Where are we hiding it?
To be honest, we took everything off. I was down into my gitch and into just my jock, and then as I was putting everything back on, it fell out. So we looked everywhere. It was kind of funny. I was like, I don't know what else to do, guys. Like, I'm stripped down to my bare butt, and I have no idea where it is. But it turned out that I was putting it all back on, it fell out.
So is it this building? Does it happen with Boston?
Yeah, it happened with Boston a couple years ago.
Rosie had to come in for a few.
Yeah, Rosie had to come in. I had to go to the back, and I had no idea. Maybe it's this ghost that's apparently in First Niagara.
You ever get an ovation like that too when you came back out?
Well, when I guess Easter's soon, so I guess the Easter Bunny gets that ovation. Laying eggs the way I did, I'd imagine it worked.
And goofiness aside, does that throw off the rhythm? Like, you got to kind of, obviously the frustration of getting undressed and redressed, but then coming back out and still having to play.
Yeah, it was kind of weird taking all your gear off and then trying to put it on, but I guess it's part of the gig and one of those things that it's rare to happen. But we battled through it, and I thought we came back and we scored a goal right off the hop there, so it worked out well, and we're back right into it.
And you, the guy who was watching, the official, are now really good friends?
Well, I guess now we might as well be now. He almost whipped out the rubber glove there. I was like, whoa.
I'll keep that out of the paper. Obviously, Anthony, at night you could relax just a little bit because you're not used to having 5-goal leads late in the game. Everything's been close all year. It must have been nice to have a little margin for error down the stretch for once.
Yeah, I thought we started real hot, and we kind of get laid off the pedal a little bit. We went through those waves of coming and scoring 3 or 4 goals and then letting them back kind of into the game. But third and fourth quarter, I thought we did a real good job of just staying settled, not being overzealous and trying to do too much, but at the same time packing it in enough to let me see some outside shots. And I thought our defense played well, even though the coaching staff might say different. I thought our defense played very well, and with what they're given. It's hard to play when you're up 5 goals and the momentum is all on you, and then all of a sudden they come back, and then you're forced to play again. So, but I thought overall we did a great job.
Was it the end of the second quarter where you had the awareness to say, hey, don't pick up that ball till it's under 30? Was that?
Well, I saw when they wanted to shoot the ball like within 54 seconds, and he missed the net, and they came in and shot again. So I looked up, and no one was around. It's kind of different when their players are around and trying to scoop up the ball, but no one's around. So it gave our team 30 without having to worry about me pulling me. So it worked out well for us, and Waddy was smart enough not to touch the ball as well.
The first quarter, especially, it seemed like there were just tons of chances both sides. It didn't. I know the goals went in for you guys and didn't go in for them, but it was almost like a couple posts here and there, and could have been a much different game as it worked out.
I think they had 4 posts all within the first 6-7 shots. So thank goodness for those things being a little big today for me. But usually they're off that and off my rear end and in. But today seemed to stay out, so I'll take it. But it could have switched either side. I thought we came out being lucky up 5-0, and I thought the game could have been much closer than it was. But I'll take a 5-0 goal lead anytime.
With the best you've seen the man down play this year, they seem to control the ball more than Minnesota when you guys were man down.
Yeah, our man down's been improving. I thought in Toronto we actually was they were 1-6 or 1-5, and then I think today they were 1-4 or 1-5 again. So I thought we'd done a better job man down, and with the personnel out there, we've been really focusing on trying to make sure that facet of our game's improving.
Do you guys look at the standings? Are you thinking about catching Rochester and Toronto, or are you just worried about piling up as many W's before the end of the season here?
As many W's as we can. We can only control what we can, and that's our play and how we play in our game. So the stands will take care of themselves, and as long as we're playing hard and improving, because come playoff time, and if we're improving that way, we'll be making playoffs, and we're going in there on high.
These guys have lost 12 of 14 all time, including the last 5 or 6. Haven't won here in several years. Can that play on a team's mind, or is it, just because it's like a little, if something goes wrong, it's like, oh, we're in Buffalo, here we go again? Or do you tend to throw those things out at this point?
Well, being on the opposite end, I know coming here when I played for Boston, this is a real tough ring to play. And that's a luxury we have here with our fan base, and I guess it's something always in your subconscious. You're hopefully trying to break that streak, being in the opposition. But I'll take it being on this side and making sure that our fan base is loving what we're doing, and that's putting up W's.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Congratulations.